Good afternoon, good evening, good evening, good evening. Um, I'm coming on here today and to let you guys know some things that happened on today in our lovely parish and to just talk about some things. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let the music play. Guys, give me 1 second, 1 second. I'm back. Welcome, 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 welcome. Waiting for a few people to come in. It's 5 o'clock. Yeah, we need to talk about some things that I need to let y'all know what's going on. Let me turn this music off. I'll turn this music down. All right, guys. Welcome to Lady T Says. Anything you hear on here is alleged, but most of what I'm saying is the truth, and I'm coming in to explain some things that happened on today, what's going on at the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office right now with as regards to bonding your children or loved ones out of jail. I had an experience today. I went to help a friend of mine, son, or not son, nephew, I'm sorry. But anyway, I won't say their name or anything, but I did go to help. And the what they're doing now up there is I mean, it was unbelievable. I couldn't even understand it myself. Um Trying to wait on a few more people to come in. You're creating content to come in and to speak or whatever regarding, so they can hear what's going on or what happened to me earlier today. And so I can tell y'all what to be prepared for up there because it ain't good. I can tell you that it is not good at all. I'm trying to figure out, do y'all see me fine? Yes, I see me fine on there. But basically, it's a lot of new things that has taken place there in the jail, their Tangipahoa Parish Jail, when it comes down to getting someone out of jail, which was baffling to me because I didn't understand it myself. So I asked a lot of questions, and I'm trying to wait for some other people to come on. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Y'all share it so other people can come in because this right here, y'all want to hear this because this was unbelievable to me. And basically, it's just giving you some wisdom and giving our young men and young women some wisdom when they're getting in trouble and going to jail here in Tangipahoa Parish. It's not going to be the thing to do. I can promise you that. It's not going to be the thing to do. And basically, what I experienced today, hi Pam. So I would like for you guys to share the video, share it, so it can be information for other people. And if you got children or anything, because I got grown children as well, and particularly, and I just want to let y'all know what happened to me. So this is the thing. When you go to Tangipahoa Parish Jail now, and if your loved one or your children or one of them, anybody get arrested now, everything that you do has to be under a certified bond, which I couldn't believe it because at the jail, y'all know, if they don't tell you it's a certified bond and you don't need certified funds, right? We all know that Because I know at one point in time somebody done bonded somebody out of jail. I did it several times to help people. But today I had just did it for my brother. Last week sometime he got into some that in Hammond down there. But what I'm saying is, so when I went, this is great. And I said, well, why are y'all doing a certified bond if the jail said it's a property bond or cash? So they said, oh, well, the rules have changed up here. Now they don't do it like that. Every bond that comes here has to be certified. I said, what? She said, certified. I said, well, why would the bond have to be certified if they're not requiring a certified bond? Okay, so she comes back and they call me. Okay, I got everything straight and I did help to get the young man out. He got out. But so now when your children go to jail, and there was another young lady there when I was getting the rest of the paperwork to finish off what I was doing. And when she came in, they told her the same thing. And she was just like me. She looked like me, just like me. And they told her the same thing. And she said the same thing that I said. She said, I didn't know. I just did this for such and such 2 months ago. And I didn't have to go through a certified bond. So now the new system up there with Mr. Gerald Sticker is that you have to go through a certified bond, which means you got to get a mortgage certificate. And whoever you bonding out, if it's $5,000, if it's $10,000, you have to they have to get on your mortgage certificate, a mortgage certificate, which puts the jail, Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Department, over your property for how much ever money that it is. So if it's $5,000, that's what it's going to say, $5,000. Now you can bond them out if your property is paid for or you have the equity in the property. And I'm like, well, what is really going on up here? I said, well, I've never heard that if the bond is not certified, why are you trying to make me do a certified bond? Oh, everything has changed. Everything has changed. So now all of the bonds are certified. I said, I said, Lord, please, God, don't get upset up here. So I called a couple of lawyer friends that I know, and they didn't understand it either. And I didn't even know if they knew what they were doing, to be honest with you. And I'm sitting there playing back in my head, and I'm like, I thought a certified bond was when the person is put on a certified bond at the jail. And if it doesn't say certified bond, that means you could just use simple property. And if your property has the lucrativity to get the person out of jail and it's lucrative enough of equity, you can get the person out. Not no more. That's not how it goes. You're going to have to go now. You have to go and you got to go through a chain of action of getting everything done. I must have walked 9 times. So basically, I'm coming on to say that tell your little indigenous black boys that to be very careful about getting in trouble in this parish, because even if you have lucrative equity in your property, it's not going to even make a difference, because you're going to have to attach them like a mortgage, and it's called an appearance bond, in order for you to even help your loved one, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, or whatever, how many thousand it is. You're going to have to show worthiness of that. So I'm just coming on here to make y'all aware of what's going on here. And I didn't even understand it. I really didn't understand it, because I was like, well, how are they going to do that then? If I said, well, what is a certified bond at the jail? Oh, nobody could explain that to me. But things just changed. I mean, well, what you mean things changed? And I know I wasn't crazy because the other girl came in there and she was trying to do the same thing that I was doing. It took me literally from 8:15 to 3:30. No, I'm not. I'm lying. 3 o'clock to get from up there. That's how long I stayed up there doing this. So I'm just letting y'all know that things has changed up there, and it's not going to be no longer where you can just use your property and the value and go get your loved ones out. No, it ain't going to be that. It's not going to be that anymore. You'll be able to get them out if you got equity in your property. But say, for instance, you got a $500,000 mortgage and your property, it may be worth more because that's how mine is pretty much listed. But if you got a $400,000 mortgage on the property, and say, for instance, your loan is $385,000, so that leaves you what 15,000. That's all you'll be able to do is the $15,000, and the rest of it, I don't know what they're gonna do anymore because at the end of the day, most people got mortgages on there. Most people's stuff is not paid for, fully paid for, in order to get someone out of jail. So they're changing the whole narrative with this stuff. So now when you go up there, if you go there and say, for instance, today I had a $50,000 bond for my little cousin. All right. If they just say, for instance, his property was worth $450,000. And if you got a $400,000 a mortgage on it, say, for instance, and then you turn around and you only have 40,000 left, they're only going to let you use the 40,000. And then once they subtract that, you still going to need another 10. So they're not going to go by the value of your property and what the assessor's office say. That's over. And then once you do that, the person that you're getting out gets attached to your land until they go to court and finish court and all of that's done. Then you got to go back. Whereas if you used to have to get the minutes, like I did my son, get the minutes and get them signed off the property, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. You got to go back to conveyance and mortgage, turn around and file paperwork in order for them to pull them off your property. And then you got to wait like I did today. And it went through so many channels to get to where I was. And I had to sit there and wait. And then you're going to have to turn around and do the same procedure you did to get them out. It's going to be almost the same procedure to get them off of your mortgage because they actually put a lien on your land. That's what they do. So this was just really, 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 really mind-boggling to me. And I really couldn't understand it. And this is here in Tangipahoa Parish for y'all that don't know where we are. This is Tangipahoa Parish. And also, I just couldn't understand how they work in these bonds. So don't think that you can go to the up to a meet now and just get your loved ones out of jail because you own $70,000 or $80,000 worth of property and you only owe 20 on it and you think you can get them out because you're not going to be able to do it. They're going to make you file to get a mortgage certificate and attach it to your land, and whoever you get out of jail is going to be attached to your property. And then, like I said, the same things that you use to get them on the property to get them out, you got to pay money to get them off. And you got to wait until the whole court procedures are over. So you got to go wait till litigation is over and them go to court, get off this and do whatever they're going to do. And then you got to go back and pay another $134 to pull them off. And I don't even think that's all you got to pay. I think it's more than that. But I'm just letting you be aware because it's a tremendous change up there. Tremendous. Anyone have any questions? You're welcome to go through the questions. Hey, Pam. Hey. So that's what I'm talking about. So owning property ain't going to be the damn thing no more. Because if you go to the sheriff's office to get your kids, loved ones out, it ain't going to work for you. And you best to hope if you have to get somebody out that you got enough equity. I had enough equity to pull them out, but I had over the equity and I was still catching hell up there. going back and forth. But I kept my cool because I felt like some of them ladies really up there didn't really know what they were doing, because it's a whole new system up there. Even Gerald Sticker called me, and I talked to him on the phone, talked to a couple other people I knew on the phone, but it's the way they got the system up there now. So basically, we need to keep our little boys and little girls out of jail. They don't need to be going to jail because it ain't safe anymore. It was never safe, because just like I told my son when he go to jail, when you go to jail, you're not going to the Beau Rivage. You ain't at the Ritz-Carlton. You in jail. Now, another thing that I want to touch on, my little cousin was murdered in Kentwood, Louisiana, I think Wednesday, which was very sad. He was only 24 years old. And I've been seeing a few of the posts that's going on social media or whatever. And what I don't understand, and y'all could please help me because I might be crazy and just don't understand things. But how is children growing up together and killing one another or deceasing one another? It makes no sense. 24 years old, what are we fussing for? Back in my day, they fought. They didn't pull guns, they fought. So now we got this young man, which was my cousin, very promising life. It could have went very, very far in life. 24 years old to lose his life over what? There's nothing that you could tell me that would make sense. It doesn't make sense. And also, when our children do stuff, and I'm gonna use myself, and if my grown child, but these are grown kids, so we're gonna go to the young people, because at 14 on up to 22, 23, you're not grown. You think you're grown, but you're not grown. You still need that parenting. You still need the parenting. And then the thought of people raising children that turn out to do things like this would freak me out if this was my child that did this to somebody's kid. But we as a whole, and a community of us indigenous people, and I'm saying indigenous because y'all know what that means, we have to do better. Even if you know your children, I know everybody want to defend their kids, that's the thing, but I'd rather defend my child early on than to wait till they get to this point right here, to where they think they got to pull out something, use it to hurt somebody else, or cause somebody to lose their life. Because not only that, they hurt that family, they hurt theirs as well. And then we got the people free this, free that. What are y'all talking about? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, would we be screaming free this and free that? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But one thing I can say, I would be so embarrassed if I raised people that murder people. That would be embarrassing. I'd be somewhere crawled up under something hiding. Because when your children do stuff like that, whether it would have been mine or whoever's child, that's a reflection upon your rearing. And what did you do? Just like my daughter do stuff, but it's a reflection on me not doing certain stuff that I needed to do. I hold myself accountable. But you got some children that even if the parents are ruling with an iron fist, the children just do what they want to do. Those are the ones that you give to the state. And you give it to the state, you give them to the state of Louisiana, and let the state of Louisiana deal with them. Because you can't do it. But I could tell you one thing, I had 2 boys and 1 girl. I didn't raise nothing I'm scared of. I'm not scared of my children. And people got to understand. I know sometimes as a single woman, a single parent, The younger boys grow up and they standing tall and big. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I brought you here and I'll take you away. That's how I felt. But we have to do better as a community. They not losing their lives. They children not going to the store and getting pow. If you pay attention, I want everybody on here to really just go and look and pay attention. Do you see anything in their communities where they having this type of nonsense happening? No. And you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it. But I don't know what we can do, but I know one thing as a parent, just start being accountable. Start catching them very early at age. You see these tendencies in these children very, very, very young. You see the tendencies. You see what you might get with some of these kids. And with the government that we have in place now, you don't know what's going to happen. Just like, and that brings it back to what I was saying earlier about the jail system up there. This ain't the parish. Right here, you want to go to jail in no more. There's no more get out of jail, because this is not monopoly. This is real life. This is real life. And they got to realize that it's something. Mommy ain't going to be able to help you. Mommy can't help you anymore. Dad can't help you either. When you make grown people decisions, you get grown people consequences. But that's all I pretty much had to say. I just came on here for a few minutes because I wanted to tell y'all about what was going on in the system up there, and how I will go over it briefly again before I get off. How now when you go to get anyone out of jail, you can use your property, but it has to be certified, meaning that you have to have the equity in your property to get anybody out. So just because you own a $500,000 house, now it's not going to make no difference no more. They don't care. You have to prove equity. So they have your mortgage there. So they know how much your mortgage is. They're going to go by that. And then they're going to turn around and say, hey, you got a mortgage for $500,000. You over the amount. You can't get your child out of jail because you don't have enough equity. So that's how it's going up there now. There's no more signing out with your property no more. I didn't even know it. I wish somebody would have told me, because I couldn't, and I really couldn't even understand it. I see a thing flying. I really couldn't even understand it. But do anyone have any questions? They can go in live right there. I see a mosquito flying. Any questions? Any questions? Anybody have any questions about what I went through today at Amen Jail? Well, Tangipahoa Parish. So no more using your property no more unless it's certified. They doing, the woman says certified bonds. All of them are certified. Certified bonds. That's the only way you'll be able to get anybody out of jail, using your property. Then you either have to own your property outright, or you have to have enough equity in your property to pull somebody out of jail now. Ain't no more signing that property over no more, which I think is crazy. But there's no more sign like going up there and using your property because your property is worth X amount of dollars. They're not doing it no more. The woman said the whole thing is changing. It's all certified. And I'm like, but the bond not certified. I'm going back and forward. So they called me today and said, well, we need to explain to you what certified bond. I said, no. You ain't got to explain to me nothing, because I'm going to research it myself. And I pray to God that you're right. You better hope you're right. Well, I might need you to call me and explain it to me. And I will. Because I've never heard of that. No, Miss Dangerfield. No, it used to be where if the bond was certified at the jail, you had to get certified funds, or your property had to be paid for that matched the equal value of the bond. That's what it used to be. I just did, and this is so crazy because my mama just did it for my brother last in October. Mama only had to show, and her property is paid off as well. Mama had to show, and you can't have no liens on it. Can't have no liens and no judgments. That either. And she had to show that she didn't have none of that. And then what they did, and then another girl was their girl, and she said that every bond that you do now, today, and let me go backtrack. Last week, I got my brother out. His bond was $11,500. I got him out just with the assessor's office paperwork stating that my property was worth X amount of dollars. Fine, walked outside and left. Today, oh no, everything is certified. So I had to show how much equity I had in my property. They had to make sure I didn't have no judgments on me. They had to make sure that I owned it outright. They had to do all of that stuff in order to help the young man that I helped earlier today, my cousin. So I didn't know it was like that. So that's how y'all did it, Renata? That's how y'all have gotten them out before? Because I didn't really know. I really, really didn't know. And it was surprising to me today. But that's all I had to say. And y'all get ready. If y'all have no more questions, get ready for the premiere of Lady T Says next week. I think it's on February 3rd. We'll be talking about some good old hot topics, some good stuff. We'll be talking about, I'll be bringing some other different people on that will educate you in ways that I don't know and things that I don't know. Yeah, it had to be, it's just as kind as it was paid for, as long as it was paid for. Yeah, or it can have, or you can do it where as long as you have enough equity in the property. That's what she said today. It had to be paid for, or you had to have the equity in the property. But I didn't know. I mean, it was surprising to me. I really was surprised. But thank you, Renata, for the question. And come back. Y'all see me on February 3rd. We're going to be having some fun on here. We're going to be talking crazy. We're not going to be doing no mess, though. But we're going to be talking crazy and talking about stuff that make us laugh. And then we also going to have business people that I'll bring on that will help you in different areas of business that you need. Also talk about relationships and different things, women and men relationships or whatever. I'm trying to think of anything else. And y'all will be able to call in and ask questions. I got to get the number and put it up. Y'all come back and see me on the first premiere and tell a friend that I'm going to be on here. And I'll talk to y'all and see y'all later. Thank you.
It's a True G production, the whole club bucket. Yeah, you know. You're now rocking with the best. I am True G. And this is Tally Entertainment. Tally up. And I'm here with my girl, Lady T. You are now tuned in to Lady T Says. You know. You are now tuned in and rocking with the best. Boy, shorts and stilettos. Lady T Says, need some advice, cause your old man tripping, call in, check it out. And it ain't just for the women, no sex talk, baby. We gon' get this thing poppin'. Lady T gon' let you know how to keep the bedroom rockin'. It's that good jug, or maybe it was bad. Either way, call in if you gon' put them on blast. She a number one source for your poppin' R&B. Whether you're stuck up in traffic or jamming on J.O.B. Whether it's a hot topic or just hot gossip, no need to look further, cause Lady T got it. You know what it is, it's Lady T Says. And if your head ain't nodding, then you must be dead. And who am I ain't mentioned, I am True G. And I present to you the host with the most, Lady T. Now how you rock, you know me, I only listen to the best. It's boy shorts and stilettos, Lady T Says. Now how you rock, you know me, I don't listen to the rest. It's boy shorts and stilettos, Lady T Says. Now how you rock, you know me, I only listen to the best. It's boy shorts and stilettos, Lady T Says. Now how you rock, you know boy, show